Hello everyone and welcome to Matchday 3 of the biggest, bestest moo, or Renegade Adventures. And today we have an incredible opponent. We have Misspelledtree's Dark Elves. This game, of course, was streamed live over on Misspelledtree's Twitch. The link will be left down in the description. And this is obviously a replay again, you know. One of these days I might actually stream the game live, but you know, then again there's a lot to be said for having like quick snappy replays, right? So we were down, I don't know, 80k or something, so we got a keg, we got an assistant coach, and we're against Dark Elves in the rain. We won the toss and we decided to kick the ball. Following on from last week's win versus Mark Mack, we got a leap goblin, and if you remember, we handed it off to level up this lineman and he got block. And the Dark Elf was of course MNG'd, but we just cycled it to, you know, give us some sort of a chance in this game, basically. You know, having no elves against Dark Elves seems pretty poor. So just protect the players we care about, Goblin, Elf. This guy's kind of hanging out to dry a bit, but you know, if we have to leave something hanging for Tree to blitz, it seems pretty good. So off we go. Kick, nice short kick, and cheering fans, and like, what a kick. Straight over here. I mean, it would have been pretty amazing if there was a blitz, perhaps, but unfortunately, we weren't so lucky. So, Tree comes in, takes a blitz on the nearest player, which I think makes sense, right? Also kind of helps screen the ball a bit more. Can get this hit on the orc now as well. Tree's just going to back the ball a bit more, you know, in case there's a double skulls or something. She could think about eating it as opposed to actually you know, re-rolling. Safe moves first and all that, and gets a push. So now the witch is going to have to come up and pick up the ball on a rush, and rolls a 2 because it's a 3+. So then I spotted a cunning plan here. You know, take my hits, base the men's. You know, Orc can have a little hit. And he just gets a push back. Wonder if I should... I don't know if I did move this rat. I think I should. Okay, I did. I was gonna say, I think I should put him there. Yeah. And here it comes. The Goblin Blitz. In for the surf. You know, I thought it'd be pretty cool. Surf the witch elf on an uphill, turn 1, right? But he 109's a dodge, and not very good for us. But then again, like this whole game isn't very good for us because it's renegades, like rookie renegades versus Dark Elves, and you know, Tree also probably has the coaching advantage over me as well. But especially in a Renegade versus Dark Elf scenario. So, pretty good. Safe moves first. Another 1. She does reroll it. It fails. And then it bounces back into my end zone, or into my center field. And it essentially becomes my drive. Which isn't amazing for us because, like, obviously it's amazing to just get the free ball from the Dark Elves, but our players are in the wrong positions. Really. So I just try and do a bit of a screen so that if we fail to pick up, we can, you know, have a chance. So I decided to put the reroll in since it was a 3+ with an elf, and take that 2D to free these guys up. And then I just decided to not move the big guys because I thought they were doing quite a good job where they were. Maybe I could have moved the Minotaur purely because he doesn't lose his tackled wound if he fails the 4. So tree creates a little bit of space. Lovely 3-on-1 action, but also like screens off. Pretty good at the old Blood Bowls is Misspelledtree. So all of a sudden we're left with like no option but to try and come down this middle now. Maybe blitz this guy and we can take some space over here. But the Ogre Boneheads, which completely ruins all that. So the Ogre was going to come over here for the assist to make this a 3-dice blitz, which didn't work out. And then the Minotaur just 1 and 9s. So Bonehead from the Ogre, 1 and 9 from the Minotaur. And we're in a world of trouble. Not necessarily right now, but like everything is going to be based. It's going to be a pretty rough time for the poor Renegades. So, like, could have been pretty cool if we, like, the Ogre moved over here, and if the blitz worked, then all these guys just move up here, and it means, you know, while we're not getting away as such, it does mean that we're not going to be in this world of trouble that we currently are now because the Minotaur failed. The blockless blitz, yeah, it was interesting taking this, like, blockful hit here and then doing the blockless blitz. And a KO, which we just eat. So that's fine. Just try and regroup here now, basically. So take that hit, and that gives us the 2+ up to here. Minotaur decides to stand, which I was very thankful for. The Goblin's just coming back into play. So I think this does mean we're going to have a base cage, but I couldn't really do much about it without adding more dodges in, effectively. But of course, you know, base cage is always going to be terrible. I didn't think I had the players to even screen it properly. I guess maybe I could have done a little bit better than this. Maybe the Goblin doesn't do anything and it tries to dodge through after, and I can do it with cage like here, with this guy as the back corner. Maybe that makes more sense. But obviously we didn't do that. So Tree gets this guy down on a 2-dice and then gets to come in and 2-dice the ball, which is a pretty rookie error. And 1 and 9s, but eats it. Kaz is their own player. And bounce for me, bounce back, bounce into our hands. Ogre immediately boneheads, which was the blitz. I was just gonna come in and 2-dice because I didn't think I could do much else besides that. Minotaur gets a stun. And then I thought, just, alright, let's just try and get in front. But all of a sudden, like, it's been perfect for Misspelledtree now, really. And then 1D with block, skulls. And so then that was pretty much the drive, really. Couple of things that, you know, Tree could obviously mess up here and still give us a chance, but it was always going to be a long shot, even like putting these guys into place. And so I mean, like that could have been a 1 and 9, or this could be a 1 and 9, which, you know, gives us a chance. Tree was just like, I'm just gonna surf. Which, you know, honestly fair. If there's a chance to surf, you probably should take it most of the time, unless it's going to lose you the game. And then really interestingly, she blocks here instead of just doing the dodge. Which I thought was really, really interesting. So yeah. So then I decided, okay, well, we can do the uphill here. And then we can get in and like one dice the ball and maybe do something. But alas, the goblin wasn't to be done. And we're keeping our reroll for the throw teammate in turn 8. So saves moves first. Does the handoff in the rain. You know, proper BM from Tree. Just a stun on that guy, despite the injury sound. Takes a cheeky 2+ up here to fight. It's amazing. Like we just got outblocked, outplayed everywhere around the pitch. It was really, really incredible, actually. how bad the drive went for us. Minor rolls a 1. Ogre comes in for the 3 dice bits. I didn't think there was much point in going for the ball anymore at this point. I looked at maybe like surfing this, but you know, what's the point? And then another 1D skull up there to finish off an amazing turn. So turn 8. Tree just comes in for 2D block, gets the POW. Nothing happens. And then touchdown, little dance into the end zone. I love how this is out of focus as well. The witch elf. And there we go. So both my KOs come back, thankfully. Means we're still on 11 for, but unless something happens to die on our TTM attempt, we're still on 11 for the TTM attempt and our drive, funnily enough. So we set up just to basically throw the goblin right. Mino takes a 3D. So 3 into 3 with the Mino. Block hit over here, and then pick it up on a 3, hand it off on a 4, and throw it. The solid defense, I don't think really impacts us that much. So I think 3 just, in fact, skips it. So we take that hit. Mino gets the POW as well. Does nothing. And then we snake the pickup, which is pretty funny. So 1-0 down at half time. We still have 11 men's. Tree has 10. Another set of LOS hits for us now. We should probably flick the camera around. There we go. The tree just kind of sets up with a offset boat, I guess. Yeah, a bit of an offset boat. I just set up to maximize my hits. Like, in my own head at the moment, I think it's quite likely that I'll lose. So if I can just get some SVP on stuff and, you know, maybe score a touchdown, it'd be pretty cool. So another 1 from the elf, 3 1s in a row. Just pretty good, isn't it? Mino gets another stun. Very happy with the Mino. Best boy. Although he hasn't actually done much, has he? He's like literally got no SVP. So plug in that guy to get the ogre 3 dice. Who does nothing either. And then I said, well, you know what we can do? We can do Misspelledtree a favor and hopefully kill Kill her shadowing guy, you know, lighten the bloat. Nothing. Nothing doing there. And then in my head, I'm like, I really hope this elf doesn't roll another 1. And he didn't. Rolled a 5, which is pretty good. I wonder if I was maybe too aggressive in moving up this, the elf to here. Could have been just fine back here as well, right? Lovely blitz from Tree coming in. Getting the 2 into 2. Well, the 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Should have been required. Just pound the first time. So that's what you always say, like when you're about to frenzy trap yourself or something, it's like, just get the pow the first time. So I think set up for the 3 dice splits with the ogre here, I guess, is what I was doing. Looks like that's what I was doing. Yeah, whoa. 3 dice sometimes. Gets a push. I did look at the boat down, I was like, maybe. But then again, I'd also be quite sad if my ogre died. So this is pretty cool. Comes around the top, come in, get the 2D blitz, and then that'll allow Tree to hit the ogre on 2D as well. Gets the ogre down. He'll do nothing by it. But like, you know, our team is just scattered to the wind now, right? Team is just scattered to the wind. So first things first, get the cage back up. Ogre wants his blitz. So I think the ogre was blitzing here so that we could get him back out, and then if that failed, we could hit with the Minotaur. The line of 1 and 9s, and it's like, okay, what a turn. So we lost our blitz on the 1 and then 1 and 9. And then that again just allows Tree to pile in. Very similar to the first half, right? Where ogre boneheads, and then we 1 and 9 a block, and then that just allows Tree to come in and, you know, ruin our drive. It's almost like that's what playing Renegades is like. And then, yeah, we lose a lino to a random block. So finally on 11 each, but you know, now it's a lot worse for us, right? Half the team is still on the ground. Everything is based. And it's trying to figure out how to solve this. So my idea was to try and push up here, but I didn't think I could get much better than you know, Leroy Jenkins this. That's fine. So the goblin 1D for push and gets a pow, which is pretty cool. Another 1D there. So like 4 1Ds in a row, and like the best I can do was stand here. I think maybe the Mino doesn't hit, right? The Mino doesn't hit, so it just stands here. I think that's so much better. Because here, obviously, you know, leaves the chain on and stuff as well. Like, you can still do the chain on the 1D, right? So maybe it's not the end of the world. And hitting elves to level up my Mino is kind of good, but... So, Tree does it beautifully, gets 2D on the ball, throws the reroll in, gets the pow. And at this stage I was like, okay, I really hope the elf doesn't die. And then this was a beautiful play. So comes in, pows the goblin, gets the KO, and then leaps over the prone player, picks up the ball on a 4 and dodges out on a 2. Like, truly amazing. As a lover of jump overs, I really enjoyed that play. It was super. And then now there was nothing for it. Like, take my hits and then maybe dodge the Mino. But of course, the Ogre won in nines. So there was nothing really else for me to do anyway. Nothing like, oh, well, this is an easy hit in the ball. So I was like, okay. Let's take my hits, maybe get a Kaz or something. That didn't work out. I don't even know if I would have taken the Mino dodge blitz, honestly. I don't know if the payoff is worth an armor roll on the Mino. You know, we can't have our biggest, bestest move die. And then 3 hands off to another blitzer who will get in, well, up to 5 SVP with the touchdown. And at this point, I remarked in her chat that, oh, surely it's a hate crime that Tree's going for 3-0 against an Irish guy. Much to the delight of everyone in chat. Everyone laughed. And we shipped another Kaz. Thankfully, it was just a badly hurt on the block guy. So then I was like, okay, fine. We'll 3 dice into 3 dice on the witch. Which the Mino did nothing. And again, I did consider taking the boat down there, but I was like, yeah, you know, the Mino means more to me. The Mino's life means more to me than maybe 2 dice or 2 SVP on a witch. So 3 comes in for the 3 dice. Gets another stun. And pops it in for the 2-0. And at this point, you know, the game is definitely done. Whatever about the game, you know, mentally being done before now, it is definitely 100% over at this point. So brilliant coaching brings me up to 3 rerolls. I'm now on 8 players, 8 versus 10. And the last 2 times I had the ball didn't work out. The last 2 times I had the ball, I actually got turned over. So I figured, right, let's put in 2 scoring threats and then maybe we can do a pass or something on 16. The Ogre gets a little Kaz, which was amazing. The Mino does a blitz to make this 3 dice. And gets a Kaz. The biggest, bestest move got his first Kaz. And then the Orc roll double pows. It was like, okay, everything is finally working. Let's go, guys. And then the Dark Elf rolls a 2. But, you know, I have 3 rerolls for 2 turns, so I was like, alright, fuck it, throw it in. Let's go. So 3 comes in, bases the men's, and like she is thinking about 3-0 at this point. You know, gotta get her scoring threats in. Just another Kaz. You know, just the 3 Kaz and the KO versus Dark Elves. So that's her 15. She has scoring threats. I have 2 scoring threats as well, but the question is, how the hell do I get the ball to the scoring threats? So I was like, right, let's just blitz this guy, because 1, it'll be 3 dice, and 2, it'll make this catch a little bit easier. So then I figured I'll just, you know, 3-3-2 pass to here on a 4+, as opposed to running around here and giving the interception. But alas, wasn't to be. And then the ball lands straight out into the open, of course, for a pretty easy 3+. pick up and 3+ handoff now that the ogre is being blitzed out the way. Rolls a 1 and snakes it. So there you have it. The game is finished. Misspelledtree got the better of us. 2-0. In a pretty fun game where we got pretty outbanged, to be quite honest. Tree did manage to level up the witch, which she was very happy with, and got wrestled, which was glorious. And I can show you the team real quick. So for the next game, which is going to be against Zales's Necromantic, we don't have much really. We're actually going to be on 10 and a loner. Did get the app, but no, we had the app last game, didn't we? Yeah. So the only question was, do we random the ogre? Probably not. I think we're just going to save for block on both of them if we can. So yeah, that's it. We're 1-1-1 after, well, we're 1-1-1 after 2 games basically, if you factor in the Edmund draw. But yeah, 1-1-1, which puts us at probably about middle of the table in the rankings. 9th out of 14. Well, the AI as well, so 13. And Jam Toast, top of the pops, as they say, with Home Slice. Whole Slice is playing Misspelledtree though, so maybe Misspelledtree will be top later. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it, and let me know how you like my content. Woo! Thanks everyone.